Hey guys, and welcome to episode 2 of the Derby Career Mode. And to start this episode, here's all the players on our shortlist so far. We've got the Zellerlam that was suggested highly in the last episode. I think about 3 or 4 people did suggest him, so of course we're going to try and pick him up. I think he's about 63 rated when you do start, and we are going to try and get Patrick Roberts, the right mid. He has a potential of 85, so if we can pick him up for like 1.7 or something, and then of course sell him on for like 5 mil in a few years, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Maybe more, maybe even keep him if he's really good. So we're going to head into our next game against Brentford, a team that we should be able to beat. Of course, they are actually in the top 6 at the moment in real life, but in FIFA, in my opinion, they don't have the strongest of teams. So we head into the 26th minute of the match here, and he does actually score with Pritchard. I'm not too sure if that's the one on loan from Tottenham or not. Maybe it is another player. Of course, it's quite a common name, and of course they do make it 1-0 in the first 20 minutes of the game, and then of course they head into the 85th minute of the match here. We win a throw-in, get the ball down this left-hand side with Warnock, who's actually a decent left-back. He's got high defensive and medium attacking, meaning he stays back and does a good job defensively, and then we eventually get the ball into the box with Johnny Russell, heads it into there. Thomas Ince with a fantastic header gets it into the back of the net to get us a lucky little point against Brentford. I think we should have done a bit better, but when I do have my first game of the day, I tend to not really do as well as I should. So yeah, a bit of a shame we couldn't get 3 points, but I'm pretty sure over the season we'll be able to catch up. So yeah, heading into the signings, Arsenal did accept the 750,000 bid, and then of course we're going to sell the contract. So yeah, Fulham want a little bit more for Roberts, and I understand that of course he is a valuable player, and we do actually pick up Zellerlam there. So we're going to pretty much put every single penny that we've got into him, 1.82 million, which is still a decent price in my opinion, and of course he's only on 2,000 a week wages. So yeah, we're going to bring him into the club. A fantastic signing in my opinion. 85 and 82, I think that's Zellerlam's potential anyway. So yeah, it's 2 fantastic signings, and it's just for 3 million pretty much. So yeah, heading into the next game, of course, against Peterborough. This is in the Capital One Cup, so we're going to give some different players some game time just to rest up our main players and potentially give some new players a go, like Zellerlam and Roberts. I think we're going to put Roberts actually straight into the first team lineup just to give him a bit of game time. If we can get him up to like a 72 by the time we get to the Prem, I'll be more than happy with that. That's a good 6 ratings in a season. So heading into our first game, second game, sorry, I've got it all wrong there. Yeah, heading into the second game against Peterborough, beautiful through ball from George Thorne, and Mason Bennett eventually goes around the keeper, finesses it around him, and makes it 1-0 in the game. A good start for the very young striker. Again, another player that's got an 80 potential. We got, I think there's about 4 or 5 so far in this series, and we're doing absolutely fantastic already. So heading into the 45th minute of the match, straight from half-time, Jordan Ive picks the ball up from halfway and of course just runs through the team so easily, hits it at the near post and makes it 2-0 in the game. A good goal for the guy who has actually gone back to Liverpool in real life, which is a bit of a shame. But then again, when you look at it, we brought in Ince and Lingard, of course. So I don't know if that's maybe had an effect on Coots as well. Of course, both Coots and Freeman left. So I think overall we had a bit more money. So maybe we could have kept Ibe in the long run. So yeah, we do actually make it 3-0 there. Jordan Ibe getting a second goal for the game. It's good that he's getting a few goals for us while he is on loan until January. So yeah, heading into the 72nd minute of the match here, Peterborough with a free kick with a nice ball into the back post. Maybe we should have got goal side with Jake Buxton, and I think it is Payne with the goal, but it was too little too late, and yeah, we get the 3-1 win. So through to the next round. I think we've got Tottenham in the next round, so a very big game of course, and I think that is our final game of this episode. So heading into the next one against Sheffield Wednesday, an opponent that we should be able to beat quite nicely. They have got Stevie May and a few other couple decent players, but I'm pretty sure our team will be able to beat them with our fantastic attack of Russell, Martin and Ince. So heading into the game in the 20th minute of the match, Jeff Hendrick is taken down in the penalty area. It was a little bit weak, maybe he could have stayed up a bit longer, but nevertheless we're going to step up to the spot with Chris Martin, who is absolutely fantastic at penalties, putting 3 bars of power, putting it in the top right hand corner and making it 1-0. A very simple goal for us and a good start to the game, of course, especially in like the overcast / rainy weather. I didn't perform that well. In the clear day I can win pretty much every game, but when it's raining or overcast I just find it really difficult. So heading into the 66th minute of the match here, Johnny Russell bursting into the box, eventually gets into a good area to finesse it around Kirkland to make it 2-0 in the game. A good goal for Johnny Russell there. He hasn't actually had most of the game time as well. I know that Jordan Ive's only on a short-term loan, so yeah, we'll definitely be using Russell and a few other wingers after the January window because, of course, yeah, Jordan Ibe will be leaving us. So heading into the 72nd minute of the match here, Magahoma, who is actually a former Burton player, he's actually quite decent. I think he got a team of the year, maybe a team of the season, something like that anyway. So yeah, we do get the ball through for Darren Bent, who comes off the bench, puts it away very nicely and seals the game for us to make it 3-0. Getting 0 3 points, of course, and yeah, there was no real opposition against Sheffield. They didn't actually have a single shot on target. We didn't have much possession, but of course we got the goals that we needed. So heading into the next game, we got Millwall, a very, I don't know, an interesting team, because sometimes Derby do incredibly well against them, but then other times they'll do terrible. So yeah, it's interesting to see what we can do in this next game, of course, just giving a few players some game time, of course, and heading into the 5th minute of the match here, Chaplow picks up the ball. We kind of get lucky, gets it through for Bailey. Bailey passes inside to Mason. Mason gets it to Martin. Martin puts it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Not exactly the best defensive side from us there. Maybe we could have done a bit better to prevent that goal, but nevertheless, heading into the 7th minute of the match, Will Hughes picks up the ball, looks for a beautiful pass out wide to Lingard. Lingard passes it out wide again to Warnock. Warnock gets it into the back post with a beautiful curling cross into Ince, who is free and gets the goal to make it 1-1. A good goal for the player that is currently on loan. It will be fantastic if we can actually get him on permanent, because yeah, he's just been a really cracking signing since bringing him on loan. So yeah, we go into this 12th minute of the match here. Millwall unfortunately get a goal back to make it 2-1 in the game. I think it was Chaplow with that goal. There was quite a few bold players at Millwall, so it is difficult to kind of point one out. So yeah, we head into the 15th minute of the match here. Christie picks up the ball on the halfway line and then just bursts his way through the fence. Really good goal from the right back, goes through, puts it in with his left foot and makes it 2-2. A really good goal for a 66 rated right back. I think he's gone up a bit on this career mode, which is quite nice, of course, because he is very young. So heading into the 44th minute of the match here, we do actually get a red card in this game, and it is for Bailey, the Millwall player. I thought it was Chaplow, but like, you look at them and they're identical right next to each other. There's no way of telling them apart, maybe by the number on their kit. But yeah, down to 10 men. We head into this second half. Will Hughes with a fantastic ball to Jordan Ibe. Jordan Ibe cuts past the defender quite nicely, gets into a dangerous area and puts it into the back of the net. Fantastic strike, and it just shows how much squad depth we've got. If we need some goals, we can bring them off the bench and get even more goals. So yeah, it's a fantastic squad we've definitely got in this career mode, and definitely going to build up and make it even better. So heading into the 75th minute of the match here, Craig Bryson puts the ball out wide to Jordan Ibe. Jordan Ibe, blistering pace, puts the ball into the back post for Ince with a fantastic volley. Don't know how he kept it down with his weak foot. I think he's only got 3-star weak foot. It makes it 4-2 in the game. A good goal for us, of course, giving us a bit of comfortability in this game. But we head into the 79th minute here. Darren Bent, you would say he's not exactly the fastest player in the world, but there, blistering pace, got through, and Ince makes it 5-2 in the game. Of course, getting his second goal in the game for him, and actually, was that his hat-trick? I'm not too sure, but we head into the 89th minute of the match here. We get the ball into the near post, and Ince definitely completes his hat-trick here. I wasn't too sure if he got a goal in the first half or not, but yeah, we definitely got that hat-trick finished off there with a nice goal from Ince, and that's fantastic for a right mid to be getting a hat-trick. It just shows how good our attack is. So Ince is currently the top joint top goal scorer in the championship, which is really nice, of course. So yeah, just looking at the table, we are currently sat in 5th, but there's only been a handful of games gone so far, so there's no real point in looking at it, but it's nice to know if we're on track from the start. So heading into the next game against Bolton, and Derby's last game in real life was against Bolton, and we did actually win 4-1, so it would be nice if we could get maybe a better result against them on this game, of course, but we'll have to see, of course, when we do head into the game eventually after setting up the team. And it's difficult to pick the team that I want because we've got so many good options, and yeah, eventually we head into the game. Second run of the match here, Christie bringing the ball forwards, gets it into Martin. Martin goes inside to Hendrick. Hendrick like dummies the ball into Hughes. Hughes bursts into the box, and I don't know where it came from. He got a bit unlucky there, hits the post, but the poacher Chris Martin is there to put it into the back of the net to get us an early start. Good goal for him, of course. And then we head into the 45th minute of the match here, going into the box with Johnny Russell, and he is taken out. I was thinking, was that just outside the area? But in the end, it was actually a penalty, and of course, Chris Martin can double his goal advantage already in this game. That'd be quite nice for him, of course. So yeah, going into this penalty, can we make it 2-0, 45th minute? Yes, we can. Beautiful penalty from Chris Martin, and hopefully we can get a hat-trick for him in this game. That'd be really nice, of course, and yeah, it just shows how brilliant this team is so far. So heading into the 69th minute of the match here, we get a big ball up for Johnny Russell. He luckily flicks it on for himself. He goes through, cuts inside, and eventually gets the ball into the box where George Thorne is there to make it 3-0, and that is how the game does end. So we couldn't quite score 4 goals against them, but then again we kept the clean sheet, so that's always handy. So yeah, good win against Bolton, which is nice, and we are going to end off this episode with a Capital One Cup game against Tottenham Hotspur, of course. So we're going to be playing the 5 at the back in this game because Tottenham play the 4-2-3-1, and of course we are going to dominate the midfield if we've got 5 midfielders, sorry, and they've only got 1 striker. So I think we'll do really well in this game. We'll have to see, of course. It is a future thing that we could potentially do if we get a couple of decent left mids and right mids. So yeah, it's just testing out different tactics. That's always nice. So heading into the 55th minute of the match here, Kapue picks up the ball here, and it did take him a long time to break down our defence, but eventually you do it here. Kapue just taking about 3 players. Maybe I couldn't have brought him out so deadly, and Harry Kane puts it into the bottom right hand corner and makes it 1-0 in the game. No other man would really do it for Tottenham. And then we head into the 90th minute of the match here. We had Darren Bent up front, and yeah, we lay off this free kick. It goes to Craig Bryson. Craig Bryson with a nice roulette, gets into the box, smashes it into the bottom right hand corner, makes it 1-1 in the game. A fantastic goal for us, of course, because that means we go through to extra time and it goes straight to penalties. So can we beat Tottenham Hotspur to go through to the next round? That'd be absolutely fantastic if we could take them down. We, of course, got a point. If this was a league game, we'd already had the point, so that's quite nice to know. So unfortunately, the first penalty does go left, and we go the wrong way, and Soldado does put it away. Darren Bent steps up to the spot, puts it into the top right-hand corner. Fantastic penalty, of course. He's got 78 penalties as well, so penalty-wise, we're perfectly fine on this career mode. So yeah, Chadley for the next one, and we save it. A fantastic save from Karius, beautiful one in the top right-hand corner. Thomas Ince, it was actually going quite fast, but eventually we do get it away into the bottom right-hand corner. Good goal for him as well. Then we go into Lamella, and I think he chips it down the middle. I could be wrong. No, he doesn't. He goes to the right, of course. So yeah, I think one of the players chips me anyway, which is kind of frustrating. But we head into Jesse Lingard. It was quite difficult to get it into the green area. Maybe powered it a bit too much. And the keeper does save it. Nice save from form, of course. And then we head into the next penalty. Jan Vertonghen, of course, blasts it into the top of the net to make it 3-2 on. Yeah, 3-2 on aggregate. So we need to score this penalty with Craig Bryson, and he does step up to the spot. Goes to the left, so does Vorm, and Tottenham go back into the lead, which is a bit of a shame, of course. We're doing very well in this penalty shootout. Ericsson for the next one, and we go the right way and save it. So we have to score this next penalty. Ryan Shotton. So yeah, we didn't exactly have the best of penalty takers up for the job. Go down the middle, so does Vorm and saves it. So yeah, we're kicked out of the Capital One Cup. A little bit harsh way, of course, against the Premier League side, the top 6 side, and we did do very well in normal time, of course, but unfortunately the Premier League side just showed their qualities and put away more penalties. So if you did enjoy this episode, it would be fantastic if we could smash over 25 likes. If we do hit that goal like, we'll definitely get another episode out for tomorrow. If not, it'll have to be Thursday or Friday. So yeah, smash the like button, subscribe if you're on his channel, and see you soon. Bye.